This is Angela Grayson from the Loving Life Fitness Podcast to help others in their fitness journey. All possible.
It's time to wake up. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. This is Angela Grayson from the Loving Life Fitness Podcast, where I talk to others, both professionals and everyday people, about their journey in health and fitness, so that maybe something we talk about or something that is said might kind of turn a light on for you so that you can live your best life. So today we have with us Rachelle Paulk. Her nickname is Rocky, and you'll find out why soon. Hi, Rachelle. How are you?
Hi, Angela. How are you?
Doing good. So, Rachelle, you're big into health and fitness. That's great. I know you've been into it for quite a while, and you try to help to inspire others, and that's why I wanted you on this show. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation.
Oh, so exciting for you to have this podcast. Oh my gosh. Actually, I remember the first time I met you and you told me you were a yoga instructor, and all I could think of was yoga on the beach. And that was one of my most favorite things that we've done together. But being on a podcast, I used to listen to tons of podcasts in California, and I'd think about starting my own podcast, but I'm just glad that you're doing it because I'm really close to you. So it's easy to help you get your podcast going and think that I did one, even though it's just yours.
Yeah, but who knows where this might lead, right? Who knows? Maybe one day you'll have a podcast of your own because you have a lot of things going on in your life, and to be able to reach out and help so many people this way is really cool. It's exciting, and you get to meet a lot of different people and hear about all the great things that they do for others. So yeah, who knows where you're going to go, right?
I was on a walk with one of my girlfriends, Wendy, the other day, and she actually said she had a podcast for authors and she wrote a book. And I was like, oh my gosh, so did I. And it was the weirdest thing. I have known her for a year now, and I didn't know she had her own podcast, but this was in Nashville. She did it. And I'm like, wow, that's very interesting. I was shocked when she told me that.
It's all possible. Yeah. So we'll talk about your books in a little bit. Let's first go back to the beginning when you were young. What were your inspirations? Who were your mentors to help you get to where you are in life today?
I have a few, and we'll start with Rocky. So when I was 10 years old, I played softball, and my coaches were Paul and Lydia, and their kids were grown, and they decided to pick me up for softball, take me to and from practice, to and from games, teach me how to pitch, and nickname me Rocky. Well, I didn't realize it was going to be a big thing until today when I started using my nickname as my hashtag, and it helped me with this mindset of who I am. So that was at 10 years old. If you were to come back with me to San Diego, all my high school, college softball friends call me Rocky or Rock. So it's very common for me to call you Angel instead of Angela. I don't even know sometimes when someone says Angela, I'm like, oh, you mean Angel? So that's Rocky. I mean, some people don't even know my name is Rachelle, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's my softball nickname, which started out me with the drive to write a book and go back to my nickname. My mom was the second person I'd love to talk about. She is a hairstylist, and she was a very young mom, and I never in a million years thought that I would follow in my mom's footsteps, but here I am, hairstylist, and she brought me along this journey of an entrepreneur and selling anti-aging skincare. And the skincare was fun. We did a lot with that skincare. At that time, we didn't have an esthetician, so we sold Neora products.
When did you become a hairdresser, and why did you become a hairdresser? Was it strictly because of your mom, or were you really into hair, or did you want to help others look beautiful? What was that about?
I was playing college softball at 19 years old, thought I was going to be a teacher or sports medicine, physical therapist, college softball player, coach, something in that world. And then life changes. I decided to get married and have a baby. So then I became a young mom, just like my young mom. And I never went back to college, but I did go to school. I became a manicurist when I was 26, and then I became a hairstylist when I was 34. But my whole life, I French braided everybody's hair. I've been doing hair since I was born. I was born in a hair salon. I was the receptionist. I mean, the salon world was the world that my mom had, and I was born into. So becoming a hairstylist was just easy. I was naturally
really have you in the salon? Were you really born in the salon?
I feel like I was.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, it just came natural to you. It was a natural next step. And you enjoy it, right? You enjoy
It's so much fun. I mean, I've tried so many times to get a different job. I got a job with the airlines, not for me. Got a job at a school thinking, you wanted to be a teacher, try this school out. I only lasted a month and I went back to my hairstylist job. And I think about getting another job in social media, but being a hairstylist or an author, you're still doing social media. And truly, I don't need to go to school to learn how to do what I'm already doing. So I'm not going back to college.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So being a hairdresser, you're in a happy place and you enjoy that. And you help so many women to look beautiful. That's a wonderful thing. I know it's hard on your feet, hard on your legs, hard on your back. Did you ever start trying to gain strength to help you prevent those pains from standing all day and using your arms, your shoulders? I know the shoulders get achy for hairdressers. Did you ever consider that?
I would have to say that I don't really get sore from doing hair. With our job, we're able to make our own hours. The only time I would say would be the holidays because your feet are killing you. Thank God I don't have bad shoulders. I did have knee surgery from playing softball, but my knee's fine. I mean, I'm also 49. So at 45, I decided that I'm a semi-retired hairstylist. And I mean, there's 60-year-olds doing hair, and I'm sure they have issues. But at 45, I knew that I don't want to be a 60-year-old doing hair with issues with a bad shoulder. That's where I kind of drew the line and just do a little tiny bit of hair, mainly when I go back to California.
Oh, okay. Very smart. Yeah, because so many hairdressers throughout my life, that's what they complain about.
We don't have retirement. So, I mean, definitely I did not see myself as a 60-year-old hairstylist.
Yeah. Okay. But you're still doing it part-time. So that's great. And also, you're a published author for 3 books. The first one, Rocky 2016. And then there's 365 Rocky Braid Styles and the 21 Days to Living My Best Life Journal. So let's start with the first one, Rocky 2016. What inspired you to write a book? I mean, so many people say, I want to write a book, but they never do. What inspired you to go in that direction?
So I never in a million years thought I'd be an author or I would write a book. But I read this book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, who's also the founder of Neora. And he said to read 10 pages a day. Well, my focus was terrible and I could not crack open a book and open from the beginning to the end. So I would open it in the middle, read a page, and that was it. Put the book down. And then I took this brain supplement, got my focus back, and I probably read like 30 books. Think and Grow Rich, books with pastors from the church I would visit. I read 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do, tons of John C. Maxwell books. And as I was reading the books, I realized nobody's helping themselves. So it's like if you just can focus on yourself. And I started hashtagging Rocky 2016, and it was the year that my son graduated high school. And I thought once my son was 18, I would be, all about me. That is never going to happen if you're a mom. Just because your children are 18 doesn't mean anything. So I was hashtagging it because I didn't know what I was going to do once my son graduated. What am I going to focus on? What am I going to do? So I started focusing on myself, and all the hashtags I would use were more like affirmations, like dream, believe, achieve. And I would hashtag on my Instagram and follow driven, motivation, all these different hashtags. And then I ran the Rocky Steps in 2018 with my mom and my aunts. And then boom, I literally was so excited. I just started writing. And then I published a book. After reading all of those books, I thought, all of these books are pretty much autobiographies, pastors, CEOs, life coaches, counselors. So I would read the books and then I'd think about them. But at the same time, when the reading kept going, I was like, I'm just going to focus on myself. And the moment I focused on myself, I just had so much to write about to help others figure out their life and their focus and their purpose to dream again.
What, Rocky 2016 is an autobiography?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we learn about you. Okay. Fantastic. All right. And 365 Rocky Braid Styles was your second book. What inspired that?
So that book was super exciting because I had just left California in 2020, came to Flagler Beach, and I had 211 braids, and everything was posted on Instagram. So I saved every braid, and I met 100 ladies in Florida on the beach. I would post beach braids, 11 o'clock, and the ladies of Flagler on this Facebook group page that I belong to just showed up. And today it's 4 years later, and they're my very best friends. So I have amazing friends in Flagler Beach who let me braid their hair, put them in a book. I had a book signing party at Finn's, which was awesome. And they're so supportive. The women here are amazing. I highlight some of their hair. And I do the Glam Squad with Anna from Bold Ladies, and we do a bunch of headshots. Typically, I don't always put a braid in, but I would say for the beachy boho look, I like to throw the braid in. And if they let me, I'm putting the braid in. And it's just like a simple pancake braid. I think I gave you one once, right?
Yes.
So it's fun. It's different. I mean, a lot of people can't braid. So it's unique.
So that book helps you to be able to braid.
I thought writing this book would help me get a job, but I realized that I really don't want another hairstylist job. I did go into a salon and work in Flagler Beach. The salon isn't open anymore. But every time I go back to California, I mean, it's like my trip is paid for if I just work there. So it's easy for me.
Yeah. Working side by side your mom, because your mom owns a salon there.
Oh, and she's so happy. The best part about my mom is she just sold the salon and she is going to be 65. But she still owns the property. So the building is hers, but she no longer has to do the towels, clean the salon, have the headache, all the stuff that she wanted me to have, but I told her I wasn't ever going to do. And I'm just so proud of her for selling the salon and moving on and trying to be retired. I taught her how to play pickleball. So hopefully she's out playing pickleball and doing things other than work.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes. There's time to enjoy life. She's worked hard. So why not? Why not enjoy life? Okay, 21 days to living my best life journal. Tell us about that.
I was so squirrely and unfocused. I couldn't do anything for 21 days until one day I had this gratitude journal that I was challenged to do. And I wrote down every day 3 things that I was grateful for. And this was at a bad time in my life. I had just got divorced. I couldn't focus. I couldn't do anything 21 days in a row, let alone maybe a week, same thing. So I started doing the gratitude journal. And I think it was like the last week of my 21 days, I was in the salon and a light bulb went off and I was happy. I was so happy. There was this sign in the salon that said, happiness is not wanting what you have, but I'll have to think about it. But basically, it's wanting what you already have. But in my mind, I had nothing. I was divorced. I was broken. I was a single mom. But this sign that my mom hung, and I stared at it and it bothered me. But on the 21 day of gratitude, after the last week, I could look at the sign and I had everything in the world that God ever wanted me to have. It worked. So if somebody needs a light switch on their mindset, I try to get them to do the 21 days of gratitude. I've actually had clients in my chair cry and have them text me 3 things a day that they're grateful for. And they would do it. And then they were happy. And it literally works.
Yeah, it does. We all need to stop and be thankful every day. Or just like you said, 3 things, right? Yeah.
3 things. And then along with that, I was reading a lot of Rachel Hollis books. She's a life coach and a business coach. And she actually had a journal. And in 2019, I did her, I think it's called Start Today Journal. I'm not sure. But she makes you write down 5 gratitudes. And then she makes you write down 10 dreams and goals. And I thought 10 dreams and goals, this girl is crazy. But I did it. After 90 days, I did it. And every day for 90 days, you do the same thing. And what's crazy about her journal, if I reread it to you, it says, happy wife. By the way, I wasn't married when I was journaling. So one of my goals was to be a happy wife, and I got married. So here I am. To live at the beach, I live at Flagler Beach, 3 miles away. Super, super happy. To get a new truck, which we just did in October. I mean, there are so many things that are coming true right now that I wrote in 2019. So 5 years ago, I journaled, and I was supposed to go to Italy, and 2020 happened, and they kept sending me my money back. And I was devastated because of COVID. And at the time, my boyfriend, who is my husband now, didn't understand why I was so upset. He's like, people are dying all over the world, and you care about your trip to Italy. And I said, you know what? I journaled for 90 days. And I pulled open my journal and I showed him, and it said Spain, Italy, Europe, all these words. And he's like, okay, I get it now. Your dream and goal was crushed. But it did change from that goal to being engaged, being married, and moving to Flagler Beach.
And maybe one day you'll get to go to Italy.
I'm planning on going in November for my 50th birthday, as long as things work out.
Very good. Okay, keep writing in that journal. Yeah, it'll happen.
Have you been to Italy?
No, actually, I'm planning a trip to Italy. Yes.
Ooh, yay.
Yeah, there's so much to see. Except I want to stay there for a long time, so we'll see how that goes.
I have a friend who's talking about buying a place out there, and she goes, I might be living there. I'm like, well, let me know. I won't even book my place.
To submerge myself in the culture.
Exactly. My mom's been a lot, and I just sit and watch. And my son got to go for senior year. He was in choir, and he got to sing in the Vatican. That was amazing. So I feel like I've been there, but it's that like left out feeling.
Yeah. Are you part Italian?
No, but my mom's stepdad is Italian, and they lived in New York. So she was raised in New York with a big Italian family. So we'll go back to New York and visit them a lot. And we're Spanish and Portuguese. So I feel like a lot of similarities, Catholic.
But if your mom was raised around Italians in New York City, she basically knows all the traditions and how the people are, and you become part of that, part of you.
Your mom is Italian, right?
Yes. Yes. Mom is Italian. Dad was Irish. So I'm an Italian-Irish person. Yeah. Okay, so you have been an entrepreneur for 10 years with Neora, which is involved in skincare, brain health, anti-aging health, and wellness. 10 years, that's a long time ago. Tell us how you got started in Neora, and tell us about the company. There's probably a lot of people who have never heard of it.
Yeah, you're right. So 10 years ago, we only had one product, and it was a night cream. And my friends from high school told this guy who I went to high school with to bring me the product. They kept saying, take it to the salon. Rachelle and her mom will use it. So she dropped off this bottle, and my mom hands it to me, and I hand it back to her, and we're playing back and forth. And I said, I need a trainer. I mean, I'm all about health and wellness and fitness. Skincare was her thing. I said, put it on your turkey neck. She didn't like that. So after 3 weeks, she gave me the bottle back, and she said, it works. Put it on your face. So I put it on. Within 5 days, it got rid of all my puff marks, like the scarring from acne as a kid. And it looked like I was wearing foundation. It gives you like a glow. It's just a night cream. We started going to conferences, and the inspiration that Neora has taught me is amazing. So in the very beginning, it was money driven. And my mom, my sister, and I, another friend at work, owned the free Lexus car bonus. We were on cruises to the Bahamas. We went to Cancun. did all of the amazing trips. We went to Mexico. We signed someone up in New York, a salon. I mean, we were traveling and we were doing all the things. And it taught me how to dream, vision statements, dream boards, reading for personal development. And it's just amazing. I mean, things have died down. I went so far into hair that my Neora skincare was still there, but it wasn't on fire like 10 years ago until I moved to Florida and we launched a product called Neora Fit. Have you tried that yet?
No.
So the Neora Fit came at the perfect time because I was getting married and I had some COVID weight that I wanted to lose. And it comes 3 little packets with a collagen for your metabolism, hair, skin, and nails. And for my joints, I can't live without that collagen in the morning. And then we have a pre and probiotic, which is for gut health. It's so funny I have all these stories about my mom, but living in a salon world and working next to my mom and watching her go through menopause, it's almost like I watched her and her friends, and now it's me and my friends. So she's been doing probiotics forever. So once we launched this pre and probiotic in one, she's, sold on it. Now I'm sold on it at 49.
Did you have digestion issues?
No, I just was bloated. Like I got bloated. It was weird. So it's all about fat browning. I just learned about fat browning, and it's the brown cells turn into white cells with time and eating the wrong products. And this fat browning process, when you take these products, shrink your body. So in 1 month, I think I lost like 14 inches the first month I tried it, and I was sold. We also have a sleep tea cleanse, and a lot of my friends don't sleep well at night. Thank God I can sleep 8 hours a day. So the sleep tea isn't like my favorite of all. And a cleanse also is not something that I need. But we do have 3 different things. It's a whole system. You can buy each box separately, thank God, because in the beginning, I ended up with all these sleep tea cleanses. But I do just give away samples. So if anyone's interested, I will probably forever use the collagen and the pre and probiotics. Mm-hmm. Do you use any of that right now? Probiotics or collagen?
No, I do not.
You are so healthy. I mean, honestly, you look amazing.
Thank you. Okay, so you have to be a representative to sell Neora products, correct?
Yes.
And get educated in their products. And do you still go to any of their meetings? Do they have them on Zoom?
Actually, yes, we're having one with my friend Sue. Sue and I met in Nashville, I would say before 2020. We met in Nashville at a conference, and she actually helped me find our house here in Flagler Beach. She is having a party this Friday and also Thursday. So we have 2 this week, and we're going back to Nashville in April for another conference where they launch the newest products and keep us updated on everything. It's just a really, really, really fun company. We also partnered up with Big Brother, Big Sister, and we donate money. So throughout the conference, you'll see how much money we've donated. I mean, millions of dollars. At one time, I became a big, and every day at 4:00, I'd drive to this school and sit with this little girl. And when she showed me her dream big case, I mean, everything I taught her, she would show me the next week. I mean, so cute, like a little sponge. That was rewarding. I would come home and share stories and cry because it's just so sweet. But it was actually hard to become a big. It took a year.
Why did it take that long?
Because it's all of the background and setting you up with the right little, and it's weird. You would think that you would sign up and you just get one, but it took forever.
Okay. But worth it. Worth every moment.
It's definitely worth it. If you have time and you like children.
Yeah. Just to be able to help a child. That's wonderful. Yeah. So when your friend Sue has her Neora party, what is involved in that?
Currently, they're called sip-in samples, and we just give, with the new Neora Fit products, we actually have a youth factor, which has all the greens, the vitamins, like a fruit punch taste. You can try the Block and Balance pre and probiotics, take home the whole pack, sleep tea, cleanse, collagen, you name it. Just try the products. And actually, we used to call them real results parties. And we would just show before and after photos. It started out with skincare. So we have an eye patch and then put on the patch and take the before and after photos, or the eye cream, same thing, put on one eye, not the other, and you could look in the mirror and see a difference on which eye you use the eye cream on. So just sample party.
Yeah.
All fun.
So in the show notes, we'll go ahead and we'll have the information for anybody who wants to get a hold of Rachelle or Rocky to maybe attend one of her Neora Fit parties. If people don't live here, okay, because people listen to my podcast all over the place, can they join the party on Zoom?
If somebody were to message me, I could probably set it up, or I would more FaceTime them and talk to them, but I'd love to send them samples or maybe a video.
Okay, so there's still a way. There's still a way.
Yes.
Is anybody out
If anyone wants a sample, I'd love to send them a sample. And we have tons of videos for every product that we sell with all the ingredients and everything that they need to know.
Yeah. And maybe once you try the products and you enjoy them and believe in them, maybe you would like to become a Neora rep also, right?
Yeah, very holistic. The owner, Jeff Olson, he's definitely fit, runs. He lives down here in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And the other owner is his ex-wife, and they're great friends. Renee Olson lives in Cocoa Beach. They're amazing. I love them. It's just when you find some people and you know what they're doing is what you and your family are doing, you know, building a family, retirement, giving back. It's amazing. Just like the brain supplement, that is also father's son, Jeffrey Stock from Princeton University. So my mom and I being at these conferences and watching all of these presenters and the people who came up with all of this amazing coffee bean extract, that is what our brain supplement is made out of. So it's all natural. It's decaffeinated, plant-based. Everything is very, very, very natural. So the EHT is my all-time favorite, with a father and son who came up with this brain supplement and asked Neora to partner with them. And we've been to conferences where Dr. Daniel Amen, who is a brain specialist, scanned the owner's brain. He took the EHT, re-scanned his brain, and talked to us about his results and shared. I mean, the neurons are firing back, and you can remember things and recall, the focus, the clarity, all of it from one little vitamin.
Do you know how long he was taking those supplements before there was improvement?
It was months. Because it was very new.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are all of Neora's products natural?
Yes.
Okay. How long has Neora been around?
I believe 11 years. When I first joined, I think it was a year and a half old.
Oh, brand new. Okay.
Yeah, actually, maybe 2012.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
My mom actually used to sell Arbonne. She was allergic to eye creams and skincare, and she was afraid to actually put this product on because of all of the allergic reactions she's had. So she only did her neck at first, and then she did a couple patches here and there. And the moment she was able to use it, she was definitely sold. I'm not allergic to anything, so it wasn't a big deal to me, or even the all-natural. But for her, huge deal.
Yeah. What is the owner's name again?
Jeff Olson. And he wrote the book called The Slight Edge.
What is his background?
He has done other multi-level marketing companies before this one. His daughter, I believe she had a spa, and she loves skincare. And so the mom and the dad actually started this company for Amber, the daughter. They have one child. And Amber goes and she talks at all the conferences. I believe she's the marketing one in charge of all of the products and bringing them into the company.
Okay. Maybe we can get Mr. Olson on the podcast so that he can tell us more.
That would be great.
Yeah, all about his company and his inspirations and how he's gotten to where he is, especially if he's into health and fitness. Yeah, why not?
Right. We'll have to work on that.
Yes, we'll work on that. Okay, so there's something that you started, I believe, a few years back. It's called the 6-Week Biggest Loser Challenge Accountability Group. Woo, that's a mouthful. And I know you have that going on right now. I see you on Facebook. So go ahead and tell our listeners about that, because that's a big inspiration to a lot of people to get healthy and fit.
So currently, I call it the Biggest Loser Challenge, and it's a 6-week program. Basically, I post on Facebook. The women say, I need more information. And then I keep a list of women that want the information. And I have been charging $25. And then I just take everyone's money, put it in a jackpot. And the winner takes all. Sometimes we have first, second, and third place. During COVID, it was crazy. The first time I did it was 2019. And it was before my Italy trip because I wanted to be skinny. So I came up with this Biggest Loser Challenge to help me get skinny. I just had everyone else come along with me. So what I do is I make them weigh in on Wednesdays, and we have a group chat on Messenger, and we talk about what our game plan is. So what are you going to eat? Are you going to work out? Did you go to the gym? Who wants to walk? And basically I have a whole group of women, and it's definitely accountability. I feel like in life, if you have a partner, you don't want to let them down. So you're going to set up a walk and you're going to go. If I were to just go to the gym, like I've belonged to a gym my whole life, really, because since I had a baby, I was always trying to get down to college softball weight, which is ridiculous, but I'm always trying. So I'm trying right now again before my 50th birthday. And Angel, you did great. You got me down for the wedding. I'm proud of you. Yoga on the beach was awesome. And yoga at your house.
Yeah.
So yeah, Biggest Loser is, I think right now, I started with 20 and people are dropping off. I think 17 ladies, and tomorrow's our first weigh-in. So I do have some women meeting me right now and walking the bridge, which is awesome. I've teamed up with Jessica. She sells Herbalife here in Flagler Beach, and she does sunrise walks and meditation. So we start at Wadsworth at 6:45, walk to the beach, meditate, and walk back. And I've been wanting to do that all year last year. And I, for some reason, could not get up at 6:30 and go to the bridge. It was just dark or cold, or I don't know what my reasoning was. But this year, I have already been twice. So doing good. Going again tomorrow. And then I set up some gym date with Jessica, who is retired Air Force. She was a trainer, one of my very best friends I met on Ladies of Flagler. And Anna, the bold lady, Anna, you know, she was a spin instructor and she is driven. So her and I right now we're tag teaming on Biggest Loser, walks, gym, how you doing, you know, checking in. It's just a very positive Facebook Messenger group is what I love about it. Positive.
Not only good for you, but good for everyone else. Everybody else gets inspiration from each other.
Because honestly, the only way I could ever lose weight was going to a trainer. So I'd go to the trainer, I'd pay all the money. They would put me on the scale. They would give me a routine, and they would give me, you know, a diet. And I know what to do. Since I had a baby, I've been doing it over and over and over. And I was able to maintain the weight loss the first year after the wedding with Neora Fit. Then the second year, I decided to get a job at a salon. My workouts went downhill. So I do feel bad for the people that work full time and can't get to the gym when I go to the gym, or play pickleball or golf or walk the bridge at 10 a.m. on a Friday. It's actually really hard to be fit, work full time, and then have time for your husband or family, where right now I have all the time in the world. So, you know, I'm going to work out every day.
Yeah, so that works out really good for you, but others need to realize that no matter what their life is like, no matter what their schedule is like, they have to make time for themselves, whether it's early in the morning before the day starts, the middle of the day, or at the end of the day. You have to make time for yourself. You have to want it bad enough, okay, to be healthy and strong. If you have children, you want to be healthy and strong, not only for yourself, but for them, and to set a great example. Okay, so there right there is a great excuse to go ahead and figure out that schedule, because you can do it.
In the past, I could only do a 5:30. It was literally like 5:30, and I typically did a boot camp with a bunch of women. So it wasn't just me, it was that accountability, right? And I would, with a bunch of women, go work out. And then I set up one with a guy named Tyler. This was COVID. And I said, hey, you want to do boot camp? I have some women that you can train. And I set it all up and we all worked out. And then I had another trainer. She would show up to my best friend's house and then I would jump on that. But I was definitely, it was only 5:30. If I didn't go to the gym at 5:30, the only other time I would go on a Monday as a hairstylist, you don't work on Monday. So I'd go Monday at 9. And you don't feel great working out one day a week. It's not enough.
Let's take a quick break.
Calling all wellness professionals in Flagler County and the surrounding area. The Flagler Wellness Expo is a community event dedicated to empowering our locals to live a happier, healthier, more balanced lifestyle. We would love to include your business. To find out more, contact us at intuitivelivinginstitute.org/expo.
Yes, you need a routine. Definitely. Yeah.
How many days do you suggest?
7.
I love you. When are we going on a bike ride again?
You know what? And it doesn't have to be the same thing every day, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so you could go to the gym a couple of times a week and do your strength training. You know, we all need that. You can go do yoga. You can go on a bike ride. You can go on a walk. You know, it all comes together. You do the things you enjoy. I know that you were playing pickleball there for a while. What a great way to have fun, be with your friends, and get exercise. Are you still doing that?
Yes, actually, I went to pickleball today, which was great because everybody thought it was raining, so nobody showed up. So the line wasn't long for your turn. But I typically play pickleball Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and one of the days I usually will skip and maybe go to the gym or walk the bridge, but 2 days a week. And when I was in California, I was teaching everyone how to play pickleball. So it's kind of like I was their coach. So it's just, one-on-ones were great because it was helping me with the drills. And then when I come back into Palm Coast, I'm playing with retired men who they're not nice, Everyone wants to win. It doesn't matter. So
They're not nice.
I got to get my game up. So going to California actually helped me because I would get my reps in because the serving is the hardest part because you serve underhand and in tennis you serve overhand. So it just was a whole new technique, but it's awesome. Pickleball is awesome. And my new love is golf.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. And I'm sure you don't sit in a golf cart. You walk the course, right?
Not yet. I've been at this 9-hole golf course. Have you been to the golf course in Flagler Beach?
No, golf is one thing that I haven't taken up, but I always like to tease golfers because they tell me they golf for exercise. And I'm like, okay, so you don't ride the golf cart, you walk the course, you carry your bag. No, majority of the people don't. So
golf isn't the exercise. No, golf is fun.
Yeah, there you go. We got to have fun. That's for sure. Okay, well, keep up the good work on that and keep those friends moving. And if anybody wants to ever join your Biggest Loser group, they can. Correct? I mean, it's...
Yeah, honestly, we're only on week 1 if they want to join and have 4 weeks to try and win. I mean, the thing is 10% is usually the winner. No matter who it is, it's about 10% of their body weight. And it's amazing because it's on the very last week that these women who win are insane on the last week. And it was like, how did they just do that? That last week? I'm not like that. I'm more of the, you know me, Angel, the same 10 pounds up and down. I'm not trying to lose 40, 50. I just want to be underneath that one goal. But it's just amazing when these women out of the blue, I'm just like, did she do that?
Yeah.
So it's always all the way to the end because you could lose your weight in the first month and then gain it back in the next 2 weeks. One trip and somebody's done. It's really weird how it works, actually.
It has to be a lifestyle change. I always say that. You can't just, go on a binge weight loss thing and expect to be healthy after that. You have to think about your lifestyle changes while you're going through that Biggest Loser 6-week challenge. What are you doing different? What's working? And how can you keep that up? You can't.
And I was thinking about when we were talking about, I had said sports medicine. When I was in college, I thought maybe I would do that. I went back to my high school, Grossmont, where I grew up, and my nephew was playing football there. And the trainer, who was the trainer at Grossmont College when I played softball is actually now the high school trainer named Chris. And she looks exactly like she did when I was 17, 18, 19 playing softball. She recognized me and I just laughed because I was like, I wanted to be you. But now, I mean, I don't know. It was just at that time, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go do sports medicine. I'm going to be a trainer. So this to me, I mean, I am not a trainer by any means, but I love trainers. And I suggest that everybody, if you haven't ever had a trainer, you need a trainer and they will teach you so many things. So I have Jeanette. She was a boot camp trainer. I had Crystal, Tyler. I had this CrossFit trainer that I loved. Honestly, Angel, when you get your yoga back, I'm back in on that. So I'm not a hot yoga girl. I just like to do your yoga.
Yeah. So tell me, what has yoga done for your body?
I felt lean. And right now, I think that I'm missing that. And the stretching, I am so bad at stretching. I mean, I will work out, play pickleball, go to the driving range, and then I'm stiff as a board or even work. So the whole stretching and the breathing, I need to learn how to meditate, breathe a little on my own. Super high strung. So stretching for me, I need you. I need to do some yoga.
Okay, we'll have to figure out how to get you back on that yoga schedule.
Yes.
Work on that. Okay, awesome. Okay, so you talked a little bit about books that inspired you in the past. Do you have any others that you want to add to what you've already mentioned?
It's so funny you say that. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I wish I knew the name of the book. So the girl who wrote It Cosmetic, what is her name? Gosh, I read this book, and she is the girl who launched this makeup, and it's all about branding. And currently, I've been very interested in the world of branding, writing books, and I've read a book on branding. I have friends who are launching companies and being part of the Bold Ladies. I've been working with a lot of people with their social media just because I can help in that world of social media. I just teamed up with the Bold Ladies for their social media leadership team, and I'm interested in branding. So It Cosmetic, if you could Google this girl and read her book, it's amazing. And you know I like autobiographies. I think if you wrote a book, I could help you sell a lot of books.
That's one thing that's great about you, Rachelle. You do get out there. You love people. You love to help people. And you're a happy person. You're fun to be around. I admire you. And you're always surrounded by so many wonderful, wonderful people. And for anybody out there who didn't listen to my podcast on Anna, that was a podcast I did about a couple of months ago when she talked about the group that she started, Bold Ladies. So if you haven't listened to that podcast, go ahead and give that a listen, and you can hear more about that great group that was started to help women get started and support each other in business. What a great group. Yeah.
So I do have to say, back to the books, The Slight Edge was the very first book I read. I read it 3 times, and it's all about consistency. So that's always going to be the number one book. And currently I'm just reading daily devotionals and journaling. And I'm actually in a book club with my high school best friends I've known since actually junior high, and we read books about Italy. So fun books.
Yeah, great. You are going one day.
Yes.
So, Rachelle, what is something that you'd like to be remembered for?
In the company, they talk about your why. And it took me a long time to actually write out my why. And my children are definitely my why, but I want to teach them how to be independent. And I love to help others to be independent. So if it's through a relationship, business, retirement, life, I just love helping others. You know me, inspiring, motivating, and helping others. My family is number one. And thank you, Angel, for being my Flagler Beach family. I've been very blessed because all of the women here that I've met are amazing. Our neighbors are amazing. If I needed anything, I know I can call Brandon or Robert, and, you know, they would help us. I feel super blessed. And so my kids, teaching them and leaving a legacy on being independent and taking care of yourself and remembering who you are.
Very good. Yeah. All right. One last question. If you were to give our listeners a goal for 2024, what would that be and how would they get there?
If I was to give the listeners a goal, I would tell them to write down today where they are, and I want them to write down 5 years from now where they want to be. So if it's in health, or if it's dreams and goals, if it's a new business, if they want to travel or move. So basically write a 5-year vision statement. And it's great to go back and reread what you wrote 5 years ago.
Okay. And just chip away at it a little at a time.
I fought the writing. I fought the planners. I fought everything. And now I'm not kidding. If I didn't do all of the planners, this David Bird planner or dream board, vision statement, you name it. If you haven't done it, you should try to do it. It's amazing. 5-year vision statement. Things all come true.
Great advice. I like that. Very good. All right, Rachelle, this was great. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Happy New Year to you. I'm wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
This is Angela Grayson from the Loving Life Fitness Podcast to help others in their fitness journey. All possible.
It's time to wake up. Here we go.